Hey everybody, how you doing? Sifu Keit, one of our instructors, Jacob Isaacs here. We are Tigers of Choy South Florida branch. Today we're going to go over something really simple, the foundation of movement. Forward stepping, backward stepping, side stepping, doesn't matter what kind of stepping. It's a very simple step in order to keep one foot in the front and a supporting leg when you're using your hands. Now I don't know about you, Jacob, but I run into a lot of people that have trained other martial arts styles that come in here, and this is usually a big weakness for them. What do you think?
Yeah, I think trying to gauge the person's distance between your opponent is hard. So being able to do the movements can be difficult, but once you get it, it's pretty easy.
Exactly, and very important to always have a supporting leg. I notice a lot of people, what they'll do is in the beginning they'll punch and then they'll step forward with the other foot and punch, and that could be really dangerous. If you get caught with a front kick to the chest, you're on one leg, you'll wind up on your back. Another thing is that this basic stepping is very important to keep the feet open, keeping two lines. We're not going to do any twist steps or cross steps. We do have some specific side stepping for Choy. We'll give that in a different video, but today we just want to go over the very simple, basic forward, backward, sideways stepping. Okay, now before we get started, we're going to talk about the fighting stance. It should be a very comfortable stance. If you notice right now, Jacob has his feet shoulder width apart, and he's just very comfortable. He's going to go ahead and choose the right foot forward. In Choy foot, we usually put the stronger hand forward, but we like to fight both sides. But in my suggestion is just do one side till you get it right. All right, so if you notice here, his feet are now shoulder width apart sideways, as well as on this point as well. He's standing on two lines. So if you need to, you can draw two lines on the floor and make sure your feet stay on those lines. Notice that his toes are pointing generally towards the direction of his opponent. So what he's going to do now is he's going to keep his hands up. In the basic position, we like to guard the outside. A lot of beginners throw swing punches and round kicks. He's got his elbows protecting his body, his hands protecting his face. When he steps forward, he's going to use his front foot to step forward and just bring the back foot up. Watch him again. Steps forward, the back foot comes up. Notice he's not dragging the foot like a zombie or like the Walking Dead. He is just stepping forward and bringing it up. Now when he wants to go backwards, it's the exact same thing. He steps with the back foot and brings the front foot back. And notice that he always keeps the two lines, and he's using the balls of his feet, just like an athlete, just like any other sport, all right? Now, if he wants to punch, the reason why we do this is there's no time for your opponent to react. As you step, you throw your punch, bam, same time. Notice how he brought the punch straight out and straight back in. This is the jab. Okay, again, he goes forward, boom, throws the punch. One more time, bam, throws the punch. As you get better, you want to land the punch at the same time. Now going backwards, stepping back and land the punch. Step back, land the punch. One more time, step back and land the punch. Now this is really good because he's pulling the hand back, he's feeling his opponent out. And remember, in Choy Foot, we Peng Sun. Choy Foot has a huge influence from Western boxing. Our founder, Chan Hart, really liked Western boxing, tried to borrow a lot of the concepts. So it's very easy for us to fight in sparring matches or full contact. Now what we're going to do is alternate the punches as we do the forward stepping. So as he steps forward, you're going to go right punch, left punch, right punch, left punch. Now watch as he goes back. Step back, right, step back, left, step back, right. Yeah, so each time he steps back, he's going to keep that right foot forward. You want to avoid stepping with the other foot, because for a brief moment, you are on one leg and can get knocked down, and you're not generating enough power. When you're practicing slow, you can pull back, or you can leave your hand out there and pull it back. That way, when you're going really fast, you're just push, pull, push, pull, push, pull. All right, now another side step that we have is where you circle around your opponent. Watch how he does this. As he steps to the right, he steps and brings the foot over. Okay, if he goes to the left, steps to the left and brings the foot back over. And we also have another step that we use for either punching or kicking. We like to call it the quarterback. He's gonna step back, a quarter of a turn. Step back, quarter of a turn. Step back, quarter of a turn. Very good. Okay. All right, in this drill, you're gonna need a partner. So we like to train this a lot. So before we start punching, we're gonna practice our stepping, but it's very important to focus your eyes. You wanna be able to see your opponent in all this movement by looking at him in a peripheral vision. So we usually look in the collarbone chest area. We don't look in the eyes, we don't look at the hands or the feet. We just get our eyes locked in right in this area here, and we can see anything that's coming, and we just have laser-like focus. So what we're gonna do in this drill is we're far enough away so it's hard to punch, and we're a little bit being careful because of kicks. If it was just boxing, I would be comfortable standing about here because I have to make a movement to engage. But from here, this is great practice for beginners. as we step towards each other, you're gonna see us reopen the gap. So as I step towards Jacob, he's gonna reopen the gap and match my movement. He matches my movement. He matches my movement. Now as he comes in on me, I match his movement, I match his movement, I match his movement. So what we're trying to do here is develop a little bit of a reflex. This is your first reflex drill. So you don't want to do this, like watch when he comes in. You don't want to wait and then move because he's going to keep getting closer and closer. You want to imagine that there's an invisible stick in between you and that when he moves, it pushes you straight back. And he moves, it pushes you straight back. If you're not sure and not certain of what's going on, you can always step back further, creating more of a gap. Buy you some more time. All right? So now when we're ready to start punching, watch what we do. As I punch, I'm just gonna throw a one punch, a jab. He's gonna use pox out. And this is more of a self-defense drill. If it was sparring, we just use our arms. So as I go in, he just pox out. I bring my hand back. Pox out. Bring my hand back. Pox out. And notice that when he blocks me, I shouldn't be tight. I should be loose. I'm practicing to recover. Punch, recover. Punch, recover. If he blocks my forearm, punch. You could use your back fist, bend your elbow. So now he's gonna attack me. I just pox out, pox out, pox out. And even though I'm practicing the block, I should be very conscious of how I can counter. When he punches here, I can throw a chop straight to the body, I can stop him with a kick, or I can step back, pox out, and use a side kick. There's a lot of different things you can do, and when you're practicing like this, that's when you start to see all the examples. Now watch how it is when we alternate our punches. I'll punch at him. Right punch, left punch, right punch, and I can pull it back or leave it out, whatever I want to do. He punches me, 1, 2, 3. And notice that we don't hold on to the ground. We just smack it, let go. Smack it, let go, aiming for the elbow area. Now we're going to do something a little different. We're going to do our side steps. Now this side step, it keeps us neutral, so it's okay to practice as a beginner, but you don't want to always do this. We don't like to go backwards. We like to work our side steps. So from here, I side step. This is a cutting off side step. So let's do the basic one first. I'll side step, you match me. So he keeps it neutral. Side step, neutral. Side step, neutral. We'll go the other direction now. So here we're staying neutral. You know, we're feeling each other out. And you can use this on a punch. When he punches me, I side step here and I keep my right foot forward. So these side steps really come in useful. Watch how now, if I want to cut my opponent off. So when he's here and he steps to the right, I go to the left. Notice now we're closer. He goes to the left, I go to the right. Now we're closer. So if I want to corner him, I will match his movement. Go, 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 see, go. And it's very easy to get that person into the corner and dominate them the way you want. Don't forget the other video we talked about Ping Sun. So when I'm facing off with my opponent, I want to be able to have my body sideways. That way, even, you know, we're kind of evenly matched. If he tries to throw the punch, I got maybe an inch or two. I can use my fingers, my chop choy. I can even use my fists. So you want to get just like a kid, you know, and you're holding the kid back from attacking you. All right? Now, if we're going to do a quarterback, let's say he throws a front kick at me. I just threw the quarterback, and now he's right here. Boom, boom, Sao Choy. So quarterback comes in handy. Very quick, very tricky, easy to do move. So practice this. Make it part of your warm-up every day if you do Choy Fut. Make sure, we call it Junma, sometimes Toma, Taoma, it doesn't matter what you call it in Chinese. Only matters if you can use it. So when you're punching, use your Junma, use your forward stepping. Don't do this, watch me. Don't step with your back foot and then your front foot. Now he sees you moving. Now keep my, right here, it's a boom, fast, very quick. You can use back for straight punch, anything you want. Anything to add?
Yeah, one quick thing, make sure that you have a good fighting stance, and then if you're gonna switch, use your supporting leg to kick off, but it's really coming from the core. So if you decide to switch and then go in, very important, same thing, stepping back. So I usually like to go forward and back, switch, forward, back.
And remember, how you train is how you fight. So don't get lazy and do one of these numbers, you know, because when you're relaxing, your opponent might be thinking to attack you, right?
Yep.
All right, hey, Jacob Isaacs, Joe Keit, Tigers of Choy Fut. Hope you liked the video. Leave a comment, share it. If you have any questions, contact us anytime.